Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon bringing you guys the weekly soul connection reading. And so this is going to be for today's date, which is Monday, July 20th, going all the way until Sunday, July 26th. So soul connections, this could be twin flame, soulmate, however you see this person. We're just going to be focusing on the energies. Also, I do tend to channel for those that are in some sort of a separation or challenge. So if that's not your story, no worries. Just take what resonates and get rid of what doesn't. So as usual, as I shuffle each deck that I'm using here today, I'll let you guys know what it is, but everything will be down below. If there are any of the decks that I've personally created, they will be available for purchase for US customers on my website. But if you're international, please email my team and they'll send you a special link to order. Today's Organite was created from my friend Michelle from Wing and Bell. This is the Black Magic Woman Organite. So before we get started, I just wanted to go into a quick little intro with a few thoughts that I had. So if you guys are not interested, just go to the timestamp down below when the reading actually starts. Black Magic Woman Organite. That is a name of this Organite. This does not mean that this Organite is evil in any way. This tablecloth, it has witches and cauldrons on it. This sign, it's a fortune teller sign. If anything that you are seeing on my channel that I'm using, if you see this as evil or being able to influence you by seeing it or just it even being present in the reading, just do yourself a favor and just unsubscribe to my channel now. And I'm just saying that for your own good because it's not going to do you any good to tune into readings that you feel that you're being influenced in a negative way. So I'll just go about my business and you go about yours, okay? So this particular Organite here, it's actually a very protective, healing Organite of your own energy, which is why I use it in this reading. And it's a fun, cute, beautiful piece. Michelle created this one for me. And, but it is one, of course, that she sells, but it's full of labradorite as well as clear quartz. And that is very protective energy of my aura and as well as these readings that I do. So that's why I use it. It's not evil. Really, things are only evil when you believe that they are. So again, if that is your viewpoint of me, my channel, the things that I use, the decks that I use, etc., no worries. Let's just go our own separate ways. So let's get started, you guys. Okay, so the very first thing that we're going to do is we are going to see what is the opening message or theme for today's reading. So I'm going to take this Organite, I'm going to put it over here. Okay, I just want to make sure we don't get any reflection on that. I think it'll be okay. All right, perfect. So we're going to be using a new deck that I just ordered. It is called the Gothic Tarot. When I saw it, I was just like, I have to have this deck. So this is the Gothic Tarot, and I wanted to combine it with the Madame Endora's fortune telling cards. I thought it just would be fun. So what is the opening message or theme for today's reading? So I'm just going to put these out like this, and then I'm just going to shuffle these. So let's get 3 themes. This may be kind of like what Spirit wants to bring to our attention today, the viewer, the connection, anything. What do we need to know? We have air, okay? So of course the element of air is what? Our thoughts and communication. This says here, seeking a union of mind and spirit. So this is about our vibration, really dictates our thoughts. So our belief systems are really like a byproduct of our energy. So that's kind of interesting that I just said what I said, if you guys heard that. If you believe something, you're going to basically experience that. So if you see the world as a dark place, you're going to experience it as a dark place. If you see people as evil, or you see everyone out trying to get you, or you see everybody or someone else that has power over you, you are going to facilitate that experience. So I don't know. I feel like there's a message there for that. What we believe, we create. We have 3 of Cups. This has something to do with the people that are around us. But see, 3 of Cups is also about happiness, you guys. It's about feeling good, celebration, good times. So if you are seeing something outside of yourself that's causing you to feel unhappy, it might be time for you to cut that away. So like I said, and it was the advice that I gave to people that felt a certain way about what they're seeing on my channel, disconnect, cut yourself away. If you're seeing something on social media, disconnect. If you are hanging out with certain people and you don't like their vibration, or something is happening and you're just feeling really just dark and heavy in their energy, disconnect, walk away, pull yourself away from anything that is not creating a nice balanced energy of your spirit and mind. That's really beautiful. So if this is in connection to your actual your person, this could be third-party situations as well. If there's something that is taking you out of balance on your journey, and there is another person that seems to be in the situation and you're heavily thinking about it, maybe even to the point of being obsessed about it, Spirit is telling you to pull away from whatever this is. Find a way to disconnect and go within and calm your energy, so that way you can become that union of mind and spirit. That's amazing. So there's some kind of message out there for someone having to do with something. All right, what else? We have the Spider. Be meticulous and patient. And that's really difficult, of course, when we're dealing with other people, when we want something to be different, or we would like some kind of situation to improve, and we just are not seeing these situations improving. It's hard to be meticulous. It's hard to be patient. It's hard to just trust that the universe has our back, and also to trust in divine timing. We have the Five of Cups. See, the Five of Cups has something to do with the way that we are looking at a situation. We can choose to see the cups as half empty, or we can choose to see the cups as half full. We can choose to focus on the loss, which is Five of Cups, and be sad, or we can focus on what we do still have. So again, I think it's really cool that we've got these 2 cups here and these 3 cups. There's something about 3 cups that may not be harmonious, that may be an issue. Somebody's environment, community, or just in relation to other people in a situation, maybe meddling or something, that are causing issues and problems. And Spirit is telling you here, it's better for you to focus on something else, or maybe even withdraw altogether, while people just hang themselves. And it's funny that I'm saying that, because that spider is hanging there. If you give someone enough rope, and I'm not saying this literally, but when you give someone enough rope, they'll end up hanging themselves. You don't have to do anything. Just sit back, pull yourself away, and let people just do what they do. Drama. Just step away. Don't even involve yourself in it. So just while you are in this energy of either waiting or trying to figure things out, Spirit is telling you here, be meticulous when it comes to your energy. Don't go slumming. Don't spend time and energy or in behaviors that aren't good for you. Don't go slumming, okay? And I'm getting here that you guys know what this is, if that resonates with you. There's a behavior or some sort of situation that's not serving you, and Spirit's asking you to take a look at it and just disengage. Last message. Okay, I love this. Winds of change, your surroundings. I'm telling you, there's some kind of message about what is around you. What is around you? We can't control other people. We can only control ourselves. We have your surroundings will undergo transition. So something needs to change here. There's something that's falling away, or something that's in some sort of a disarray, because something has to change. So if something is becoming very unpleasant, or it's becoming very even unbearable, this is Spirit's way of saying, stop hurting yourself. Stop continuing to, engage with whatever this dramatic or unhappy or miserable situation is. Have enough strength and courage to pull yourself away from the fire. And we have the Four of Wands. This is about your behavior when it comes to going through that 1111 portal. So this to me is like a leveling up energy, but it's also about your own foundation. Be firm in your own energy. So your own behavior, your own energy right now is crucial. Be strong, be firm in that foundation. Sit in this energy and feel really good. Okay, so this is about nothing can really be taken from us unless it needs to go. So whatever is trying to leave, or whatever is going through this transition, let it happen. Just sit in your energy and let things happen. Allow it. because something needs to clear, something needs to heal, something needs to be let go at this particular time. There is a leveling up or some sort of an ascension when I see 1111 like that wants to occur. Spirit's also confirming for you through 1111 that you are on the correct path, that what you are going towards is the correct path. So if there's anything old, any kind of old energy, anything that's trying to fall away, and you're having a really difficult time letting it go, Spirit says be firm in your energy, ground yourself, connect with yourself, have that union of your own mind and spirit to know that whatever changes are trying to occur, the universe and Spirit has your back always. Spirit knows what's best right now for you. Okay, so it's about having more faith and trust. So that is the opening message here, okay? That may resonate for some, that may not resonate at all, no worries. So now we're going to go into the next portion of this reading, which is how your person, so the person that you're watching this video for, how do they see you at this particular time? Kind of like, what is their energy towards you? What are they seeing? What are they feeling, etc. Let's take a look here. Oh, you know what, you guys? I actually just, let me see. What did I do here? Oh, I just had some different cards that I was going to use, but that's okay. This right here is called my Divine Feminine Healing cards. I do tend to channel for Divine Feminines mostly. So if you're Divine Feminine watching this video, you might find some of the energies match for you. But if you're a masculine, it can work too. This is how your person is seeing you at this particular time. We have body talk. I am a goddess. Well, what they're saying here, they see you. They're very physically attracted to you. That's definitely the message there. They see you as a goddess. They see you as beautiful. So this is the Spirits of Darkness and Light deck that I also created. They see you as a goddess. But look at this, they see you as someone that they can't get to right now. Now, they may have done this themselves, as in they may have, or they may be protecting themselves, or they've built a fortress around their own heart, you know, against you, but they do see you as a goddess. And they might even see you in a situation where you need to be rescued. So that could make sense. This is my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Okay, we have cycle completion, the world. So they might see you and them as a cycle that has been completed, or something that has been, you know, like a door that has been shut at this period of time. So they see you in some sort of a challenge or separation with them. So let's go into my Twin Flame Journey Messages Volume 2 and see what their thoughts might be about this. Ooh, look at this. I will come back for you. So that's kind of cool, because this is telling me here that there may have been some sort of a there's separation or challenge here, where maybe they built a fortress around themselves, they imprisoned themselves perhaps, or maybe you're imprisoned, and this is a cycle that they want to complete. This door might be closed right now, but they will come back, is what they're telling you. So because they see you as somebody that they either belong with, or somebody that they really, you know, that they really have a nice feeling for. That's really beautiful. So let's take a look and see, what is their heart space? Okay, what is their emotions towards you at this time? We have Wild Woman, take me or leave me. So in their heart, they know that you're really strong and that you're really independent, and you're not somebody that's just going to sit around and wait for them. So they might see you as somebody that they've imprisoned, as in they have shut you out of their life, and they've left you kind of hanging without any completion, really, without, you know, finishing up this business between the two of you. So they feel like maybe at some point they will come back for you, but they also are very aware of your energy, and your energy looks really strong and independent with that Wild Woman energy. So it's like they know that they know that you are kind of like, you might be there or you might not. That's what I'm seeing here. Again, look at that beauty. In their heart space, they know that you are not going to wait for them. That is what I'm seeing in this reading here today. That you're not going to sit around and that you're not going to wait for them. So it's kind of like if they are taking their time, or they're perhaps in another situation, or they're giving you the runaround, or they haven't been the nicest to you in the past, they see you as somebody that's not going to be without love, or be without admirers or suitors, or be without happiness. They actually know in their heart space, and they see you as valuable, and they know that if they decide to drop the ball on this connection, that you could possibly move on elsewhere. That's what I'm seeing here in today's reading. Yeah, but they have this feeling of wanting to come back for you, even though they might have closed the door on this. I feel like they feel unfinished business with you. King of Pentacles, some of them might feel in their heart space that they belong with you, or that you're the person that they want to basically grow old with and have a stable relationship with. But what I'm also picking up on for some of you watching this video is that they, in their heart space, know that you might deserve something that they were either not able to give to you, or that you're in another situation. They know it in their heart that you've moved on. Okay. So there's a couple of different messages coming through. Just take what resonates with you. So we're going to now go into my twin flame messages, original. What else do they feel in their heart space? I don't know how I feel anymore. So your person, even though in their mental space that they'll come back for you right now, where they're at in their heart is that they're confused. They don't know really how they feel. And they might not feel like they can give you that stability or that relationship that you're looking for. So that might be one of the reasons why you guys are in this separation or challenge. But they don't think that you're going to either wait for them, or that you're going to be without someone else. So they know that they take this risk if they've left you, or the longer that they stay away from you, or the longer that they're in, perhaps maybe imprisoned in another situation. Interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and get the reality. Okay, so how do they see this, like 3D terms, realistic terms? How do they just assess it? What is their logical mind, what is their logical mind thinking about this situation? Like, what's their assessment? Okay, so we have universe, which is kind of interesting because we just got the world. I trust in the laws of karma to balance out any scales of injustice. So in their logical, practical mind, if you've done anything wrong, or if they've done anything wrong, they just logically look at the situation and see that things are going to happen and play out the way that they're supposed to. So whatever karma they get, or whatever happens between the two of you, if you guys maybe cross paths again or come back together again, it'll be up to the universe. So I'm not sure that this person is perhaps at this time able to make their way back to you, but they might think about it from time to time. That's what I'm seeing here. Because they really have you in this beautiful goddess energy, right? But it's like they know that they can't put claim on you. So they're willing to take the risk to let you go and lose you. So now we have spirit of the giraffe, perception, foresight, and advantage. So this is the thing. When it comes to the connection, how they realistically see it is that their perception right now is that they're basically just kind of taking a look to see, what the future holds. They don't know what the future holds. I feel like they have a lack of foresight. They have a lack of foresight, and they don't really have the advantage right now because they're so confused. That's why I'm saying that, is because that I don't know how I feel anymore. They just kind of have a lack of sight, a lack of foresight, maybe even a lack of perception. But the way that they see things right now is they're just kind of going to allow whatever's meant to be happen. So they're kind of in some sort of a way freeing themselves and you from any expectations. That's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, look at this. That's just destiny. Destined opportunities, Somebody that may just feel that if it's destined, if it's meant to be, you guys will come together and it'll just happen. Yeah. Wow. All right, let's get their final message here. I feel a special bond with you that I've never felt before. So your person is basically feeling something with you and also seeing you in a very significant way. And so that is probably why it is that feeling that's within them that at some point in time, they may come back for you. But at this particular time, it's kind of like they're willing to just wait and see what happens. So they may not be trying to put in any kind of crazy effort or work at this point to sustain this connection or to work on this connection. It doesn't mean that they won't, but what I'm seeing here this week and today is that your person might just be kind of trying to let go, but just leave it up to destiny, and whatever's meant to be will be. But they do feel something special with you. They do see you as very beautiful. They see you as somebody that perhaps maybe they belong with, but there's something about them that is struggling to figure out maybe perhaps their own life. And so because of that, they don't expect you to wait around for them either. And they know, because of how either beautiful or attractive or magnetic or just empowered you are, that at some point you may move on. So there's a little bit of fear there is what I see today. All right, so that is what we have. So let's now take a look and see what is their fear, their biggest fear and their biggest shadow right now when it comes to you and this connection. So we're going to go into my Dark Night of the Soul Tarot. We're going to go into my Twin Flame Journey Shadows cards. This is a new deck that I've never used yet. It's called Doubts of the Divine Masculine by Sister Moon Tarot. So it's cute little cards here. We're also going to go into a new deck that I haven't used yet. This is called Twin Flame Karmic Ties by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. And the In the Shadows Oracle cards by All Things Intuitive. All right, so let's do it. Let's get what is your person's either biggest fear right now or challenge when it comes to you and this connection. Hard to let go. Okay, so it's like when something's hard to let go, you want to ask yourself, well, why are you letting it go then? So that's, of course, in relation to if they've let you go. It's hard to let you go. It's harder on your person, or this could even be past tense. It was harder on your person to let you go than you even realize. You're a hard person to let go. You're a hard person to forget. It might be also too, though, that if they're stuck in some other situation or a behavioral pattern, it's hard for them to let go of whatever that is. So they're challenged currently. They're having a difficult time. What else? We have wounded. So there could be some wounds, of course, that maybe they caused you or you caused them. And we have tunnel vision. So tunnel vision is, of course, somebody who is not able to get a good perspective. And I actually just got that it's maybe difficult for this person to see the bigger picture right now. They have a lack of perspective, or they have, or they have a lack of clarity at this time. So there could be something like that. So let's go into some more shadows here. Hard to let go. We have secretive. So there's something that's hard for you. Don't know how hard it is for them is what I'm getting here from Spirit. You don't know how hard it is. It's harder than you think, or it's harder than you know. Ace of Sorrow, Ace of Cups, Self-Loathing. So this person keeps it to themselves. They keep their pain. They keep their shadows to themselves. There's just something that's difficult for them, but they're not showing you how difficult it is, or you just may not realize how difficult it is, okay? We have, I'm not courageous enough to face myself. See? Look at that. Self-loathing. I mean, that couldn't be more perfect. I can't face myself. Sometimes I hear your voice in my head. Okay, so there could have been something that you said to them. So they're replaying a conversation, or they're replaying something about what you said in their head over and over again. So they're hearing your words, they're reflecting on your words, And this makes it very difficult for them perhaps to let you go, or it makes it hard for them to face themselves. So they're not sure if they're strong enough to face themselves. They're in this self-loathing stage, and they're very secretive about it, as in you may not know how difficult or how much pain your person really is in. So now we have wounded. Ruthless. So I feel like either someone wounded them with their ruthless ways, or perhaps they wounded others with their ruthless ways. So it's a very harsh energy, right? We have corruption. It's like something was really unfair. Something was not right. There was corruption in the justice system, as in something was done and it just wasn't fair. It wasn't right. And they know this. They know that their ruthless behavior or the behavior of someone else, it was just unfair. Unfair energy here. My moods fluctuate. My mind changes frequently. I don't want to hurt you. See? So this person, this is about them hurting you. Okay? I mean, yes, of course, you could have done something to equally hurt them too, but this is about them hurting you. It literally says that. I don't want to hurt you. Their ruthless energy, I feel, stems from some sort of wounds that are within them that they're holding on to. Now, these wounds could stem all the way back to childhood or from a past lover or maybe even friend or whatever. So in whatever ways they were wounded, now they turn around and they hurt others. So it's like their energy is now corrupt. And they know this, and it's hard. And they are trying to examine themselves and work on their own cup, but it is hard for them. I understand you better now. So they may not have understood at the time when they were hurting you just how much pain they caused you. But they're starting to understand something. Now, when I see justice, sometimes that can indicate karma. Something could have been done to them where now that the scales of justice have been, balanced, karma, but now they understand you better now. They understand how hurt you may have been or how painful that may have been for you to deal with this ruthless behavior coming from them. Wow. So tunnel vision. Lust. So it might be very easy for this individual to only focus on things that are quick and easy. Lustful energy is kind of like the devil's energy. It's very superficial. It's very surface. It's not too deep. Okay. So tunnel vision means that I have an appetite for things that are very shallow. So that could be the tunnel vision. I'm also getting, though, from this person that they may feel that at this point, because of all the things that have happened between the two of you, that you're never going to see them any different. You're never going to forgive them. You're always going to see them as this ruthless liar or cheater, if that's the story. Someone that doesn't care about you, somebody that just used you, etc. That's what I see. 9 of sorrow. Wow. 9 of cups. Access denied. So yes, this is about the way that they fear the way you see them. As in access denied. You're going to deny them. You're always going to see them in this negative light. And they realize why you feel this way. It's not like they don't see it. I feel like they haven't seen everything or don't realize everything just yet. And I feel that's one of the reasons why we had this. Someone who is trying to gain some sort of new perception or foresight or advantage to see themselves from a different perspective. I don't feel like it's 100% that they are seeing themselves, like completely clear, but they're getting there. That's what I see. They're getting there. It says, when you still love, I'm sorry, I can't read that. Will you still love me in my breakdown? So the thing is, there is this fear that they have where you are not going to care for them or you're not going to love them with whatever they went through or whatever they put you through. So they fear that you will only be able to focus on the pain instead of, you know, who they really are deep down inside. Leaving you hurt me too. So they do want you to know, hard to let you go. It was hard for me to leave you. So this is a double confirmation that it was harder on this person to leave you than you actually realize. But it doesn't make it okay, of course. It doesn't make it okay with what they did, what they said, what actions they took, this ruthless behavior, how secretive they may have been, lies, betrayal, deception, cheating, all that stuff. Take it as it resonates. This may not be everybody's story, but they are in that energy of now loathing themselves, maybe even hating themselves, feeling a lot of regret and a lot of shame. Now your words are what they play over and over. They understand why you said certain things, or maybe why you had to leave them, or why you had to disconnect from them, or why you were in so much pain, because now something has happened to them and they're starting to realize through these karmic scales that have been balanced, of just how wounded they are and how much they actually hurt you. So I hope that makes sense for you guys, but that's what we got as far as your person's, you know, just biggest fears and challenges, or maybe even regrets at this time. Yeah. All right. So now we're going to go into the energies here of where is this connection at currently in its ascension process? Where is the connection at? So we're going to go into some new cards again. This is from Sister Moon Tarot, Energies of Your Connection. And I got a bunch of new decks over the weekend. So we've got Sacred Secrets, I believe it says, of the Heart Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. And I really am a huge fan of her decks because she has oracle decks that match tarot. Sacred Secrets of the Heart Tarot. So I really like that. And these two, which I'm going to use in a minute. These are Moody Moon messages and Moody Moon messages for Divine Feminine and Masculine. So I thought that would be kind of cool to use with this too. So what are the energies of this connection currently? Where are you two at on your journey in your energy? We have new beginning. So some kind of a new beginning here in this connection. We have brewing energy boost. So something is brewing. So the immediate energy is that something is beginning to, like there's new energy, there's renewed energy in this situation within the energy that exists between the two of you. There's some sort of like maybe even a resurrection of energies here. We have Hanged Man. Okay, so the Hanged Man, you guys, in traditional tarot is really about perspective. And I keep wanting to go back to this card where your person was at with your energy and just kind of like how they felt towards you. Spirit of the Spirit of the Giraffe. This has something to do with how they see the situation. I do feel like they're starting to see things differently from a new perspective. So we have sacrifice, maybe what they sacrificed, maybe what they're dreaming about. This Hanged Man is connected to Pisces, and Pisces is connected to the planet Neptune. So Neptune is a very dreamy energy. So this could be that people are kind of dreaming. People are seeing things from new perspectives. Maybe something that was in the balance, kind of hanging in the balance for quite some time. There's like this renewed energy now that's coming through. Something is happening. So let's just see the masculine in the situation, whoever that might be. What is the masculine's energy here in this energy boost? What's brewing for this masculine here? We have seeking. Wow. Awakening, enlightened, and inspired. The Hanged Man is such a spiritual energy to me as a tarot reader. because this is somebody who's enlightened. In traditional tarot, really show the Hanged Man as having a crown of light around his entire head. And that is because he has been enlightened. He is seeing things much differently. So I feel like whatever has happened between you and your person, if there have been negative things that have happened, lots of, strife, challenges, your person is now starting to see things from a different perspective, even though they might be very challenged, and even though they might have some situations around them that could be causing them to feel like they're stuck or that they can't get to you. There is at least this inner change happening. So I'm not seeing that this is a new beginning on the outside. I see that this is a new beginning from the inside, which is why we have that seeking energy. Okay, so let's see the feminine's energy here. We have unbridled, feeling free and untethered. I don't know why I can't say that word, but you guys understand what I'm saying here. So feeling free and untethered. Now, what's really cool is that that is how your person sees you. Somebody who is free, somebody that's not just sitting around waiting for them, somebody that might even be trying to come towards you and rescue you or come back for you because they might feel like you're being withheld from them, or that you're even hiding from them, which is why we have the word seeking. Somebody who might be seeking you out, trying to figure out where you are, what's going on, who you're with, have you moved on, This is somebody who might be still stuck and thinking to themselves, I need more answers before I come forward. I need more answers or time before I figure things through completely. So there's all kinds of different things that could be coming through here. So let's get another energy here. Opening the door. So a new beginning and opening a new door. I'm getting here opening the doors of the mind, right? Opening doors of the mind. So let's get an oracle card on this. We have sensual. So there could be some sensual energies, and we are going to get into sensual energies here in this reading today. So there could be something connected there. But there could be some kind of erotic, sensual senses that are opening up between the two of you. You guys are communicating or connecting in that energetic field on a very sensual level. That could be the dreaming energy. Somebody who's in meditation, somebody who's has a lot of 5D energy connection. Could be some astral intimacy, something going on like that. Wow. We got the Wheel of Fortune 2 times in this reading now. So what is the Wheel of Fortune? I mean, yes, it's a card of destiny. It's also a card of karma, learning lessons, wrapping up cycles, but it's also about forward movement, much more, favorable energies. The wheel is down in life and then the wheel goes up. Nothing ever stays the same. There's always cycles that we go through as human beings. So I feel like this connection is going through an upswing in energy. We're really connecting to this energy very sensually. We're connecting to it perhaps through, maybe the root or sacral chakra energy to, connecting us to this individual. So something is turning. It's like the gears and the cranks of this connection are turning once again. And it's causing people to go deeply within themselves for the answers. Why am I still connected to this person? Why do I still feel their energy so much? We did see earlier that your person has a special bond with you that they've never felt with anyone else before. They may still feel this energy. So let's get some messages around that. Oh, I'm telling you, somebody's trying to check where you're at. I've already got that. Snooping, social media stalking, gossip, asking questions. Somebody is trying to seek you out. Snooping around, trying to figure it out. What happened to you? Who are you with? Who are you spending time with? Have you moved on? And the energy that I got from your individual was that they know that you're a good catch. So it would be ridiculous to them, or it would be ridiculous to think that you either don't have the options or the wherewithal to move on, that you're a good catch. And they know this. So they know that however long they've made you wait, or that you've been not necessarily waiting around for them, but maybe that you've been kind of considering this connection. They're not dumb. Like, they know that you're a good catch and that you could technically move on whenever you want to. So they do take that risk, or did take that risk when they stepped away from you, or maybe when you stepped away from them, that however much time that they've taken, that you may not wait for them. So yeah, because they're trying to grow, or they're trying to figure out what they want, and they're still kind of struggling with that. Yeah. Okay, so this love has made me weak and sick. Sorry, you guys, that's, I think it's Amazon. This love has made me weak and sick. So what I feel here is that whatever energy that you have been in with this person, this may be that it's like too much of a good thing. I'm getting too involved. I'm getting too, it's like I'm just getting in too deep. So some of you guys, what I'm getting here is that if you're feeling this upswing in energy, and because you're feeling this upswing in energy, it's causing you now to go snoop on them, and it's causing you to go look them up. What you're finding might be making you feel like you're crazy, or you're nuts, or that isn't what's really happening. You've got it all wrong. It's only one-sided. They're not really feeling this way, even though you're getting these intuitive sensations and feelings and downloads from the universe that they are. I'm getting here, that probably has something to do with the very beginning of this reading. Stop engaging in something that might be making you sick, okay? Sometimes sitting in your own energy and your thoughts and just trusting your higher self and your belief system and your connection with spirit, some people might feel like that's delusional and that they need to ground themselves by snooping, by looking. But I feel like there might be some behavior still that your person is engaged in that might completely, what's the word? I can't think of the word. But it basically contradicts. That's it. It contradicts what you're feeling. It contradicts what you know. So, but I also see too that if there's any kind of connection that you have with this individual on an energetic frequency, let's just say like a tantric frequency, astral intimacy, something like that, it might be even causing you pain at this point because it makes you miss them even more. It makes you feel like you just can't handle it anymore because that's all you have with this individual. It's not in, reality. It's not in a 3D world. So whatever speaks to you in this reading, if you feel like this is something when you're connected to it, that it's not good for you, maybe pull away, give it a break. But the energy is coming up for a reason, and that is because both people are thinking about one another. Both people are trying to connect with one another. That's what's happening here in this connection today. So that's what I'm seeing on my end. All right, one last message. I'm telling you, there's some kind of like an astral intimacy, tantric energy here. Okay. Somebody's kind of like in some way opened the door through intimacy, and it's not in the 3D world. I feel like this is on an energetic level. It's on a 5D frequency, and it might be making somebody feel like even crazier because they're so connected to this energy. All right. Yeah. See, it's just like facilitating this thought of that you're the only one that can make me feel this way. You're the only one that can just drive me nuts. You're the only one for me. And it's causing a lovesick energy here, I feel, for feminine. That's what I'm getting here. So maybe don't go all the way, like dive in if you feel like you're getting lost in this 5D energy. Really try to ground yourself to not get completely carried away with only spending time in 5D. This could be where you really need to maybe balance out what's happening in your 3D world versus your 5D energy with this individual. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay. But the reason that you're feeling their energy is because they're feeling you. We have the 5 of Cups. So yeah, the 5 of Cups is a double confirmation in this reading. We had 5 of Cups twice and the Wheel of Fortune twice. So it's like this feeling of sadness. It's like this overall feeling of just like, I feel really good when I connect with this person, but it's also leaving me with this depressed, sad energy that they're not here, that I want them so badly. It's like almost in a way making it worse for some, not everybody, but for some. Yeah, see, these cards, they don't lie. I am telling you right now, the reason that you feel so connected to your person, you're not crazy, is because they are connected to you. That's why. And you know this. And that's probably why maybe you're even seeking out information. Do they feel like you're trying to rationalize what you're feeling? Instead of just trusting it, you're trying to rationalize it by perhaps now seeking out information through social media. And that can sometimes really make matters worse because it might not match up with what you're feeling. Okay. Anybody can say anything or do anything on social media. Maybe somebody is with somebody else and obviously they have a family and all those things, and they're posting things. And so when you see these things, you're going to automatically think this person isn't thinking about me. But what I got in this reading is that your person is keeping a secret, as in they do feel your connection. They do think about you, but they're not letting you know or anybody else know. So why would you see social media as an avenue to confirm what you're feeling? That would just be dumb. And two, I'm not a person that puts my personal stuff out on social media, so no one would ever know anything that was going on with me based on my social media. So, you can't base your logical, like your need to rationalize things on social media. And this could be something that your person's going through too. Maybe they're seeing your social media and they wouldn't have a clue that you've ever thought twice about them. So you just got to be careful. There's a longing here that, see, moving on. I love myself too much to wait around. Your person knows that you're not waiting around for them. They know. Okay. I got it in the very beginning of this reading with that wild woman and that untamed. They know you're not sitting around twiddling your thumbs waiting for them. Maybe you've already moved on. Okay. But you still feel their energy. And that's because they're connecting to you within your energy. But there is some sadness here. There's this regret. There's this loneliness, this feeling of longing for this one person that makes you feel this way. And you make them feel this way. And it's through this connecting to this very sensual, astral, intimate, tantric type of energy, if that makes sense, that you guys can stay connected. It's like that's all you guys have right now. Because either someone's not available or someone is just not willing to change or see the error of their ways, which I don't really feel like that's what's happening with this individual. I do think that they see the error of their ways. Something has happened that has shifted their perception of themselves. It's still not 100%, but they're on their way. Yeah. So what I feel for this Divine Feminine, if you are Divine Feminine watching this video, even though this person is the one for you, rather than sitting in that 5 of Cups energy, you don't want that. You don't want to be sad. If engaging in some sort of behavior is making you sad or making you sick, you're going to move on from that and disconnect. That came up as the very beginning of the reading. That's why I wanted to do that this week, because I wanted to see how much the reading correlated back to the original message, and it keeps coming through loud and clear. Yeah. So I feel like what's happening overall is that people are disengaging from energies or behaviors that are making them feel low vibrational or making them feel stuck. So whoever's watching this video, especially if you're a Divine Feminine, I feel like you are really doing a good job at fine-tuning your energy and not allowing yourself to go down any rabbit holes, because you know how much that has disempowered you and has made you feel bad in the past. So you're just not willing to do that anymore moving forward. I think that's really good. Oops. So let's now take a look and get the energies here of what is the energy that they are sending your way. So we know that this person is sending energy your way. So what does it look like? And I want to see what energy are you sending to them. So this will tell us too how it might be affecting them. So I wanted to go into my Arrows of Love Oracle, my Signs from Spirit Love Oracle, as well as the Love Compass Tarot. So basically, whatever energy we're picking up on, this causes us to feel a certain way and think a certain way. So what is your person? So let's just say what arrows is your person sending to you, and what arrows are you sending to them? Okay. What arrows is your person sending to you? Okay, look at that. Roses are red, true love. And we have cloud shapes, guardian angel. So this to me is like high vibration, okay? This like angel energy is a very high vibration. It's very light. It's also not of this realm. So it's more of like a 5D energy. So this tells me here that your person is sending you some sort of an energy in the 5D realm, okay? So that just only confirms what we keep getting. Oh, just unbelievable. Look, chemistry. This is a mutual spark and attraction with another. There is a strong magnetic pull and chemistry with this person. There is a lot of passion, desire, and sexual energy. This may pertain to a Kundalini activating or rising. Guys, I cannot make it up. Look, it says it on the card. So that just confirms that your person is sending you this super passionate, sexually charged energy, and you're picking up on it. Now, you might be also connecting with them on that level too, but I feel like what's happening, sometimes like too much of a good thing can lead you down a path of, oh my God, now I feel even more longing. Now I feel like even like I'm going crazy now. So that could cause you to feel just really sad, or maybe even just really down and not really sick, but just feeling really sad and longing for them even more. It's like it makes it worse. But your person is feeling your energy right now. They're in your energy field and they're sending you this energy. And it's in 5D. So it's not in the physical world. They're not like showing up on your doorstep. They're not saying things to you. They're not like contacting you and saying these things. Maybe some of them are, but I feel like for the majority, this is people that are in a separation. So you're getting these energies. So when you try to make sense of it in the 3D by looking at social media and just kind of getting caught up, your ego's going to do a number on you and tell you that, nah, you're just making it up in your head. You're not. But hey, if you want to go down that path, you're only hurting yourself. And I feel like that's why Spirit in the very beginning of the reading said, disengage with these types of behaviors because they're not really serving you. They're not, you know? Okay, so now that we've just established the energy that they're sending your way, what energy are you sending maybe back or their way? Let's see. Oh my God. Okay, so we have revived. So let's just say you haven't really felt your person's energy, or maybe you've always felt connected to them, but all of a sudden it's just like there's this surge of energy. It's like ba-boom, your heart now is just revived. It's flowing again. I mean, you're feeling this person's energy. It's just like bam, it's on again, right? It's on. It's alive. It's alive. Look, promise, diamond promise. So this says a couple of things to me. Either someone's not available because of that diamond, so they're in another commitment, or it could just be that this is a promise that you made to yourself that you would always, let's just say, keep this door open for this individual if they ever wanted to come back. So it's kind of like, revived to let's do this, or let's give it a second chance. I always wondered what would happen. This is like the one that got away. So you always kind of held out that this person and you may be able to have that second chance. Might even be too, before I go into this card, that because of what has happened here between you guys, especially if there's been any kind of trust issues or hurt, you will only revive this connection or give this person a second chance if they come back with a true commitment, meaning they've got to be serious. Actions are going to speak louder than their words, and that's the only way that you're going to give this person a second chance. Yeah, you see them as a soulmate. It says this person is a soulmate, or this is someone new coming into your reality that you have a spiritual connection with. So this is a person that's meant to be a part of your path. So this is the thing. You feel the soul connection with them. You see them as the one to either teach you this lesson or the one that you want to be with again. Okay. So that is the energy that you're sending to them, that if you want to revive this, you know, I still feel this with you. I still feel this energy too. I always told myself that you were the one. I always told myself that if you ever wanted to come back, that we would make this work. Yeah. So take that as it resonates. But that is what we have, you guys. Wow. Okay. So now let's go ahead and go into the intimate desire. Since there's so much of it here, that makes sense to me to go into it. So, of course, we're going to go into 3 of Fire Witch Tarot's decks, which we have the Twin Flame Hunger deck. We also have the Opium Twin Flames Tarot deck, as well as her Love and Lust deck. So let's get into it. What is this energy here? Intimate energy that your person is holding for you. I'm so sorry, you guys. That's my daughter, my second assistant, that's texting me about business. And even though I turn off my phone, it still comes through my iPad, and I don't know how to turn that ringer off. I'm just going to shuffle them like this. Okay, here we go. Okay, so what is your person's sensual energy at this time towards you in this connection? Ooh, you've really got a hold on me. I mean, do we need to say more? Seriously, do we need to say any more? I'm just going to get 3 cards from each deck, okay? A little goes a long way. All right. And I fear you won't accept me for who I am. So there's a fear coming through. You really have a hold on me, 4 of Cups. But see, the thing is, what is 4 of Cups? 4 of Cups is a card of feeling not only unsatisfied. So I feel like your person is unsatisfied because they don't have you in the physical world. So they have to just settle for this 5D energy with the 2 of you. I'm also getting too that they're not really interested in anyone else. They're only interested in you in this way. Nothing else will do it for them because you have a hold on them. But I also am picking up on their fear that you will not accept my offer to come back into your life. That's what I see with that. You are and always will be my favorite love story, my once upon a time. Together we make history, divine love, and a spiritual journey, 2 souls that promised on eternity. Look at that. So this is telling me here, that's like that promise. This could be the connection here that you 2 made before you even came here as souls, right? That's really beautiful. So they feel like you're always going to be like that favorite love story for them, that once upon a time when I was with this person, you from the past. I remember how amazing that was. So you kind of go down in history as being very significant. All right, a little goes a long way. The Chariot. So the Chariot is about forward movement. It's also about success and being determined to move forward. We have, you're the temptation I can't resist, the sacrifice I risk it all for in hopes you don't end up my downfall. So they're very tempted to travel towards you or come towards you. A little goes a long way. So I feel like they're taking perhaps small steps. Again, I didn't feel that this person was making any kind of effort at this time to come towards you, but there's some kind of baby steps that are being taken right now. So that makes sense. I fear you won't accept me for who I am. Yeah, the Hierophant. Do we have different belief systems? I feel like your person may be non-traditional. They may be somebody that doesn't believe in the convention of marriage. And so that might be very difficult for you, because it says, I fear you won't accept me for who I am. Who I am, I don't want to get married. Who I am is somebody that doesn't want to, and it doesn't mean that I don't love you or that I can't commit to you. I just don't believe in the sanction of marriage. There could be, your person might feel something like that. Or they just have different belief systems than you do. They come from a different background. They have different religious beliefs than you do, maybe even different political views than you. So they fear that you're not going to accept them. And so this causes them to feel maybe somehow fearful that this won't work. But when it comes to their desires towards you, I feel like what this is trying to say is that they want to do some, they have some taste. They have some taste or some fantasies or some things that might be maybe even considered taboo or something like that, that they think about. I'm ready to give you all of me, every inch of my body, every beat of my heart, and allow you to embrace the burning, passionate desire of my soul. So they're ready to be authentic and open with you and give you their all. But the thing is, they're afraid that if they open themselves up to you and go down this road with you, that you're going to be their downfall. So there's something about little by little letting you in and not letting you in completely, but revealing something to you over time. Their belief systems might be to almost like tease you or to you to tease them to a point where they're always going to be interested. This person might have a difficult time staying interested. So they might need this type of game played with them in order to be interested long term. So there's something about you that they really enjoy and you have a hold on them, but they also don't want to lose it or burst the bubble of the connection. So they want to string it along as they can, like really savor this, if that makes sense. But they're afraid that somehow you're going to look at this as a negative. You're going to look at this as, I don't have time for this, or this is not what I want. I want to be able to just jump in and do all these things all the time. Your person has some kind of belief system that they're afraid that what excites them isn't going to excite you. But their desires right now is that you've got a hold on them and they're tempted to sacrifice whatever this is to come towards you because they want it. Wow. So that is what we have, you guys. You know, the Hierophant is also a spiritual energy, very spiritual connection, spiritual lovers. So it's come up quite frequently in this reading today. The deep spiritual bond between you and your individual. All right, you guys, so now we're going to go into how is Spirit assisting and guiding this connection right now. Let's take a look. We're going to go into, from Angelic Revelation 144, the sacred healing journey, as well as her Divine Love affirmation cards. We're going to go into, from Rising Sun Oracle, the Soul Activation Oracle deck, as well as another deck from All Things Intuitive, Messages of Love Oracle cards. So how is Spirit assisting and guiding this connection right now? We have to, okay, I'm telling you. Remember how I was saying earlier that whatever downloads that you're getting from Spirit, you might be quick to say, I don't know if I can trust that. I don't know if I can believe that. So you might have to check things out in 3D to confirm that you're right or wrong. Stop doing that. That's why at the very beginning of the reading, and I'm going to keep saying it over and over again until you're sick of it, disengage from behavior that's not serving you, okay? Our logical minds, our egos need to, almost in a way, really try to see things from that perspective. This kind of connection, what I'm picking up on for the viewers, this is not the kind of connection that makes sense in the 3D world. So why are you trying to make sense of it in 3D terms? I'm getting stopped, okay? So Spirit wants you to Disengage from the need to know everything, the need to confirm certain things. Forget about it. Trust. Trust your intuition. Trust these downloads. Trust the energy that you're feeling here, okay? I practice forgiveness of my divine partner on a daily basis. I believe in the pureness of their heart and soul. The divining sees all, so need not worry or judge. Trust that any wrongs will be made right and hope that my partner can always see the light in me. So it's about seeing the light in the connection, you guys. You can't see the light in the connection when you're focused on someone's social media. I'm not saying you can't, okay? It's challenging. It's really challenging to see the light in someone through social media. It just is. Because social media can sometimes just be a show. It can be the ego self. It can be someone who's trying to put on a certain front or image. I mean, it's just not completely accurate. So really trust what you guys are getting from your higher selves and from spirit, and have patience, and also really try to see the light within your person. So if looking at them on social media is not uplifting you, stop doing it. Stop doing it. Okay. Well, sorry, there's way too many cards that popped out, so let me go ahead and shuffle again. We have hope. I love this heart chakra, okay? So again, I mean, those doves are very peaceful. Also, we have the word here. I practice forgiveness. You can't practice forgiveness when you're constantly putting yourself into situations that are triggering you over and over and over again, right? You're never going to get to a peaceful state with yourself or even your person. So remember the original message: pull away, disengage, forget your need to know right now, chuck it in the trash where it belongs, and just trust. We have a new love or a recommitment is developing in this connection. So the only way that anything new can develop is if we get rid of old energy. And we can't get rid of old energy, you guys, if we are still focused on the past and we're still focused on, you know, what has happened or just what we are seeing that might not even be true. So again, this is about trust. From trust spirit and trust what they are trying to give you. Spirit isn't giving you things to screw you up. Spirit isn't giving you anything that you're not supposed to have. So whatever you're getting, take it. Take it and apply it to your life in the most meaningful way. That's why that 1111 card came up, that Four of Wands, remember? That was very much about ascending. That was about leveling up. That was about staying firm in your energy and seeing things from a higher perspective. We have Mountain, facing fears and challenges and overcoming obstacles. I mean, Spirit knows that life is tough. A lot of things are tough. Dealing with people are tough. Dealing with ourselves and our own fears and overcoming these obstacles in life right now. It's tough. I am open to receive support from my divine partner. I show support to my partner whenever they need me. This is beautiful. So this is something that I want to bring up. Sometimes in these connections, we pray for union. We pray for this person to return. We pray for things to work out. But then on the other end, we're cursing this person's name and saying what a pile they are and how they'll never change. That energy doesn't work because you're going against what you desire. You're going against what you want to bring into your life. So Spirit is asking you to be open to receiving something. Be open to receiving this love. And when you're in that energy of love with your partner and seeing their true light, you are opening the gateway between the two of you. You're in this energy of opening your hands. You're in a peaceful state. So some of you guys are not feeling peaceful or loving towards this individual. You need to work on that. And Spirit is trying to facilitate that for you. Really, really trying to get you to be in that energy. Present, be present. Okay. Don't live in the past. Don't live in the future. Live in this present moment. That's also third eye chakra. So that is a higher energy, your higher self, connecting with the universe, trusting. That's where you're going to get those divine downloads, is when you're in that present energy. When you're checking out somebody's social media, you're living in the past or you're worried about the future. It's really difficult. We have patience. Everything is going to unfold in divine timing. So again, when we're in that present moment, we're not worried about the future. We're not worried about the past. We're in the present moment. So this also helps to calm our energy. So that way, whatever is meant to come towards us, it comes towards us with no issues. We're in vibration of what we want instead of fighting against it. You say you want it, but then perhaps there's other behaviors that are going against it that are creating energy blocks. So we've got to get out of that energy. Okay. All right. Last message, you guys. Hello, have faith. I just can't believe it. Let go and let God, people. I'm telling you, this is the spirit just talking and confirming through the cards, just in case you didn't hear it the first time, or you don't, maybe, or that you need to see the proof. I don't know, but there it is. There it is. Okay, so 2 want to come out, so we'll take them. I choose each day to be the best, most authentic version of myself, knowing that as I love myself, my relationship with my divine partner will blossom and grow stronger. I mean, that's absolute true statement here. The relationship that you have with yourself and the vibration that you have with yourself is everything. And if you're in a nice, peaceful vibration with that, then you're going to be more apt to be loving and peaceful with other people. So the energy that you hold on to is what you exude off of you. Everything is easier hand in hand with my divine partner. Together we can face anything. So to me, this is telling me, yes, we want to come together with this person, right? But we presently have some things that we need to work on. Obviously, your person has things that they need to work on as well. So have faith that everything is happening in its proper time. That vibration brings to you what you're looking for. Oh, these 2 want to come out too. So strength and admire. This is about looking at your partner through loving eyes. Focus on their strengths. Focus on things that make you feel good about them. Try not to focus on what you hate. Try not to focus on everything that went wrong with this person. If you want to be with them, why are you focusing on all that crap? You might be saying to yourself, well, because I don't want to forget. I don't want them to hurt me again. Well, then it might be best to not try to push for this connection right now if you're so worried. Okay? Might be better to spend some time on your own and work on those wounds on your own. Why come together with somebody and bring all of that baggage in? There's nothing wrong with having that conversation and kind of compromising and discussing things. Nothing wrong with that. But if you think you're just going to go into a connection with like these fire, like just shooting darts and fire and cannonballs towards this individual, people aren't into it. People don't want to be torn to shreds. People don't want to sit there and take that, no matter if they did anything wrong or not. It's just human nature. People don't naturally want to be in the line of fire. So you've got to find the strength within yourself to really focus on more of what you love about this person rather than what you don't like about this person. This will help it to where the frequency between the 2 of you lightens, so that way you guys are drawn towards one another like magnets, okay? And when you guys do come together like these magnets, these counterparts, you guys will have more of that peaceful energy that exists between the 2 of you to calmly discuss things and to see one another's point of view. Can't just be, one person's way and the other person just has to see your point of view and says they're sorry for everything and then you guys can move forward. No, this takes 2. Okay, so we've got to focus on the strengths of not only ourselves, but also our person in order to be able to even have that chance, right? Oh, I just realized I did not plug in my computer. So let me just do that real quick. Oh boy. That would have been a disaster at an hour and 12 minutes. Thank God a little thing popped up. See, this is the thing, guys. There's a message here about, what you want, right? If you're spending all this time saying, oh, nope, I will only do this if this happens and that, all these conditions from the very start. I'm only going to do this if this person does this, or they say this, or if they come back and they do this or they do that. You're already setting it up for disaster. There's nothing wrong with having standards and boundaries and discussing these things. But if you think you're going to move into a situation with somebody and say, you've got to do everything my way or forget it. Like right now I'm watching, oh gosh, and I know I'm not going to get the characters' names right, but it's the first season of 90 Day Fiancé, which is just thoroughly entertaining, by the way. But it is it's the guy with the gambling addiction. Okay. And I understand, obviously he's put her through hell and all these other things, but where they're at right now, at least where I'm at in the season, it's either her way. She needs to have total control of the situation because she can't trust him because of all these things that he's done. But what's happening is that she's not even allowing him any room whatsoever to prove to her that he can be trusted. So in some sort of a way, he's almost being treated like a child, and you can see that he's starting to build up this resentment, and at some point it's just going to actually work against her. So her own fears are working against her, and it may ruin the relationship. Maybe they'll get through it, maybe they won't. I'm not at the end of the season yet. But the point is, people don't like to operate under those types of restrictions. And yes, if people have changed and they really are putting effort in, then there's no reason to become defensive if they can see that, you know what, I know that I did these things. I understand it's going to take time. But when you have somebody that's just going to hang it over your head forever, okay, tell you that they trust you, but then 10 years later, they're still hanging on to it, that's not going to work. So my point is, you have to take a leap of faith. You're not going, people that think that they need guarantees in life, like, oh no, I need a guarantee. I need a guarantee or I'm not doing it. That's not reality. What makes you so special that you think that you're above everybody else, that you're going to get that in, like you're going to get that green light, that nothing bad's ever going to happen, that it's not going to be a mistake, that you're making the right decision, that everything is going to be perfect. That is not life. That is not reality. So if you live your life under those pretenses of never doing anything until everything is perfect, you're probably going to really hold yourself back from a lot of experiences that you could have. Okay? So some of you guys may get hurt again by this person. Some of you guys might take this leap of faith and maybe it works out. Some of you, maybe this person will never return, even though, yes, in the beginning of the reading, I will come back for you. Maybe something happens and they don't. Again, you're not putting your life on hold, so that really doesn't matter whether or not this person does come back or not. But it is safe to make a move if the opportunity presents itself. You're meant to experience something with this individual. You're watching these readings week by week. Why are you watching them if you don't want this person back? The most ridiculous thing I get in my comments is, I don't even want this person, I'm over them. And I'm thinking to myself, then why the hell are you watching this weekly soul connection reading? It makes no sense. It just makes no sense. If you're over it, then move on, right? So you've got to have faith. Faith and faith. Have faith. It is safe what you're feeling. It's safe what you're thinking. It's safe what you are getting from the universe. Whatever behaviors or things that you are engaging in that are making you sick or that are keeping you challenged or stuck or heavy or dark, Spirit is asking you to give those addictions up, to give your need to know up. Just have more faith and continue to move forward with your life. Be the best version of yourself. Continue to just trust that whatever you're being given and whatever happens is happening in divine timing. Okay? Wow. So let's now move on into conversations between you and your person. Okay? So we're going to use from Medium on a Mission, When Spirit Speaks, and from Bridget Rao, we're going to use her new decks. So Divine Masculine is going to be Divine Masculine Confessions and Divine Feminine Confessions. Okay? So what is the energy between the two of you? Let's have a conversation. So whoever's watching, this is the conversation. So what is the subject? What's the subject of this conversation? We have transformation. Wow. So what does Divine Masculine want to say about transformation? Okay, what does Divine Masculine want to say about transformation? I'm afraid of this love. See? Whew. This has come up a few times. As much as this masculine wants this connection, he's also afraid of it too. He's got a lot of hangups. And I'm sure you do too, if you're a feminine watching this. What does the feminine say? I get nervous because you're so impressive. So this is the thing. I don't read every single word on the card and take that as the message. The fact that I'm getting nervous and I'm afraid, you guys are both equally nervous and afraid to transform and to take things to the next level. That's why Spirit's coming through and saying you've got to have trust when the opportunity presents itself. If you want this to work or you want something to change, you're going to have to be willing to take that leap of faith. But you guys are both afraid at this present time. What else? I just got to this masculine is very, very attractive. Just like this feminine is, by the way. Remember, whoever's watching this video, your person sees you as a goddess. Your person sees you as very attractive. So the feeling is mutual, but you see your masculine, feminine as a very impressive individual. And so there's a nervousness that you get that other people are going to always be an issue, that you can't trust him or that you can't trust the situations that he puts himself in. Okay, so we have transformation and now transition. What does this masculine want to say about transition? I see so many signs and synchronicities since I met you. Wow. So to me, this is like we're crossing the bridge over into another energy or another stage of this connection. We saw that this masculine is going through some sort of enlightenment, some sort of a new level of awareness, maybe even an awakening, right? I feel like he's been seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities about the feminine. And so he's like it's causing him to move forward on his journey towards her. I've checked Divine Feminine. I've checked your social media account to see if you're okay. I mean, some of you guys might be doing it and you're not doing it to really confirm anything. Maybe you're just looking to see if he's okay or if that he's still alive. All right. But because social media was such a huge theme in this reading, I got to tell you, Divine Feminines, if you are engaging in this behavior, for some reason, Spirit wants you to know that it could actually be more damaging to you at this time. So if it's not helping you and it's hindering you and it's triggering you in a negative way, that needs to be transitioned out of your life. All right. Or at least take a break from it temporarily. It's not doing you any favors. Not doing you any favors. Action, key. So in this reading already, we actually had opening up a new door, key. So 2 keys came up in this reading. Can't help. Oh my God. I can't help sending sexual energy. I always desire you. You guys, it's ridiculous how this reading is just turning out. Okay. How many more times do we need to see that this person is sending you some sexually charged vibes? They just desire you. So that is why you're feeling their energy maybe so intensely right now. It doesn't have to transform or equally be sexual energy for you. Whatever they're sending you could transform into a different type of an energy. So you could be feeling something different, but you are feeling their energy and you might be feeling it very intensely. And the reason why is because this is like their energy. So that's like action. They want to take action. So the only action that they're taking towards you at this time is through 5D, and it keeps coming through this way. I see so many things about you that mirror me, and we have so much in common. Why is this so hard? Yeah. It's like you feel their energy, they're feeling yours. You feel the same about them, they feel the same about you. You know that you guys have this connection. You guys are mirroring each other at this time. I feel divine feminines. Most of you know this deep down. You know that you're feeling them because they're feeling you, and vice versa. But why is this so hard? Why aren't you taking any action towards me? Why am I afraid to take action towards you? Why is this so hard? So it's like there's a lack of turning the key in this connection, and it's just so hard. So you guys stay in this 5D energy because it's just the easier thing to do right now. We have freedom. You know, freedom came up in that mermaid, spirit of the mermaids. It was beauty untamed and free. What does the masculine want to say about freedom? Making love to you is unlike anything I've ever experienced. You make my body react in such a magnetic way to yours. This masculine is very much in the sensual side of this connection right now. That might be one of the reasons why lust came up as well, because he could really be battling this very lustful energy that he feels towards his feminine. But when we have free, it's like he may just feel very free. He wants to free himself to come towards his feminine. He wants to experience her in this sensual way because he felt so free to do so. He felt so comfortable with her. So he wants to say something about that. You are an incredible man. I am so grateful I got to meet you. That's beautiful. So to me, this tells me here that that's actually a very freeing feeling for the feminine, is that she can just be grateful to have encountered this masculine. And that actually helps her to free expectations or free any kind of negative vibrations that may exist between the two of them. So not all feminines are suffering or are struggling. Some of them are in a very highly evolved place right now, and that's fantastic. Last message. Spirit signs. So we already had the energy here of guardian angel for the masculine, the energy that he was holding towards the feminine. So there's something about high vibrational energies here. There's also signs. I'm seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities. Spirit is helping through signs and synchronicities. I want you to be the mother of our children. Wow. So I don't feel like that's going to resonate for all feminines out there, because some of you guys may be of an age that you cannot bear children anymore, or you're just not wanting that, or you're just not able to. So that's not going to resonate for everybody. So I'm going to get another message. I know we have a connection unlike any other. Sometimes I try to deny it, but I can't ignore the signs I'm receiving. Whoa. So the first one obviously is that they're getting signs from spirit that they belong with you, that it's time. It's time to take things to the next level, especially if some of them are at a point where they want to build a family, where they want to be in that energy of being let's just say a father or a mother, or just having a life, a stable life, a commitment, a family, building something. It doesn't actually have to be children, you guys. But they want you to perhaps be their partner, is what I get from that. Now, signs, and I'm getting signs and synchronicities about our connection. Yeah, you guys have a very unique connection, and they already said that earlier in the very beginning of the reading, which was they feel a special bond with you that they've never felt with somebody before. There's a connection that they have with you that they can't deny. So spirit is always giving them some sort of signs and synchronicities to continue to keep them connected to you, to remind them that you guys actually do belong together, or that you guys have unfinished business that you need to clear. So that spirit is always guiding this person back to you. Okay, that's what I'm seeing with that. Are you just afraid I will do what she did? I'm not her and would never be able to hurt you, not intentionally. So that's really interesting, because remember in the very beginning, we had the masculine and his fears and his challenges. There was some kind of wounded energy here. Now this could be wounds of another, wounds that this masculine has had to endure. Is he now guarded against you? Guards his heart because he doesn't ever want to be hurt again. So this feminine is saying, I will never hurt you. I'm not her. I'm not like them. I'm not going to hurt you. Okay. They could just have family issues or trust issues with just even being happy. That may be related to family, not even romance. All right, you guys. So those were the conversations, the confessions between the masculine and feminine. And we have Endy, who is like doing figure eights in between my legs, just waiting to knock over this camera. Okay, so now we're going to end this reading, I believe, with future energies. Yeah, possible future energies. We're not going to end the reading just yet. No, Indy, come on. Indy, stop. What's some future energies? This one right here is called the Divine Time Oracle. Divine Time Oracle. Or Divine Timing Oracle by Goddess Oracles. This is the Divine Connections Oracle by Queen of Light 1111. This is my Twin Flame Journey Oracle. And this is a new deck for me, which is called On the Horizon Tarot. So let's see what energies are on the horizon. Possible upcoming energies in this connection. Let's take a look. Okay, so we have Soldier, remover of obstacles. So the Soldier removes obstacles, so obstacles may be removed. We have Destruction, so Shiva, this could be a destruction of old ways. And we have Release. Wow, so this to me, so we have Soldier, Shiva, and Angel Zadkiel. This is releasing destructive behaviors that are standing in the way. Wow, so that is pretty amazing. Let's see what this has to do with. Tell us a little bit more about these obstacles. Okay, so we have Spring. To me, this is about obstacles that are in the way that are stunting the growth of this connection from blossoming, from renewing, because Spring is renewed energy to me. Okay, so there's obviously something that is standing in the way. Queen of Cups, loving energy. This could be, of course, how the Queen of Cups feels, the feminine. This could be this feminine being more in a forgiving state. This will help this connection to blossom and to grow. And it will also remove the obstacles of like whatever is damaging or clouding the frequency that exists between you and your person. So I see something about the emotions of you, the viewer, that is perhaps an obstacle that's standing away. So very loving, forgiving energy could be needed. Okay. Yeah, just spirit, look, just do it. Do it already. It's time. Some of you guys may have already done this, so just ignore that message. But some of you guys, you still need to be in this very forgiving, very loving energy, not only with your person, but also with yourself. Okay. So this may help to destroy old paradigms. Yep, look at that, to create a metamorphosis, transformation. It's necessary. You guys want change. You guys want things to develop in a new way. You guys want a new phase. Well, some old energy has to go. In order to come together in this union. So there's about like coming into union with yourself helps you to come into union with this actual person. So this is going to help your connection, you guys. By loving yourselves more. When you love yourselves, you're in the vibration of love, and it's easier for you to love this person and to forgive them and see them from the light instead of focusing on their dark. That's amazing. We have April. So we have spring and April. So there could be something significant that happened in the spring or April that really is challenging you. Or it might be that something significant happened to where this is like where you were really able to release something or work on something. This could, of course, be in the future, April, the month. So springtime in April could be significant for someone when it comes to this connection, maybe reunifying with this person. Wow. And last one, Zadkiel, release. Compromise. Remember how I said in the beginning, can't just be your way. You can't just expect this person to be perfect and never screw up again. You've got to be willing to compromise. If you're going to take this leap of faith with them, you're going to have to be prepared to compromise, okay? You're going to have to be prepared, because going in with any of this energy is not going to help your connection. So whatever you got to work on, release it. Yeah, if there needs to be more time for solitude, take it. Take more time for solitude. I feel like to jump the gun and try to come back together before both of you are ready is perhaps going to sabotage the connection. So Spirit's telling you, when it comes to this connection that you want, really focus on yourself and allow this person to do the same. And perhaps there may be some sort of renewal or some sort of a reunion in spring or April, which could be different for people around the world. You, me, and question make 3. That's interesting. So of all the times I've used this deck, I've never gotten that card, so I don't really know what to make of that. I feel like if there is a question, because we have a question mark here, if there is a question from your person, are you with someone else? Or you're questioning, are they with somebody else? And you guys are trying to figure this out right now because you're not speaking. I feel like this is something where with time, this is going to be either rectified or it's going to be discovered and there won't be any questions anymore. So that will also help the future movement of this connection, the future outcome of this connection. So the last thing that people want to do is try to push for this union if there's another person involved. This might be a time to, instead of trying to get back together with this individual right now, especially if they're not, or they're with someone or you're with someone, wait for them to be all alone. Wait for yourself to be available. Nothing's worse than trying to make a connection work with somebody that's got someone else on the side. That's just a disaster waiting to happen, right? So maybe people need some time and some space to figure out what they truly want, what they want to do. Do they have any questions of fidelity anymore? Because that kept coming up too. Someone that can't trust someone else. If you still have trust issues and you're still hanging on to these issues and you're still not able to heal from them or forgive, give yourself some time away from them before you guys jump into this connection once again. It'll only help you in the end, I feel, to do that work. So let's end the reading now with some final thoughts from Spirit. Okay, so this right here is called the Spiritual Purpose deck, I think. This one is called the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle by Aqua Moonlight. This right here is my Twin Flame Angel numbers. And this deck is the Reclaim Your Power cards by Anthea Spark. Closing messages from Spirit. We have Roaming Wild. See a third card that talks about being free. Okay. Also, we have risks. So there's all kinds of possibilities when we take leaps of faith, when we take risks. But if we don't, the possibilities cannot be endless. We're very confined to or limited to our experiences. Okay. So sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith. But sometimes you also have to let somebody roam wild and define themselves, do that soul searching before they return. So don't try to force anybody to do anything until they're ready. And again, if you're not waiting around, that's not going to bother you a bit. Illuminator. It says, you radiate energy that lights up any room with great power to heal those around you and crack their hearts wide open. This gift can make people run from your light. Wow. So this to me is telling me here, you guys, that your person might be very afraid of your light, okay, because you've illuminated something within them. Now, the thing is they still have that feeling. They've been touched by you. They've been forever changed by your energy. But the thing is, they might still be running away from that. They're attracted to it, but they're also afraid of it. And so they're running away. They're staying away still. So there still needs to be this energy where they're embracing the light. So the more that you keep this person in light, the more they will be able to also see themselves in the light. If you are focused on this person in the dark, the more that they're going to stay focused on how dark they are. It doesn't mean you have the power to heal them, but your energy definitely influences them. So why not have it be positive rather than negative? Look, we can see this person as broken, somebody that needs to heal, okay? Which there's nothing wrong with seeing that in them, because you are recognizing that this goes deep, that this is a part of their shadow work, that it's a part of their healing. But when we look at someone and we judge them and we say this person's this person's a narcissist, this person's a psycho, this person's just a pile of shit, I hate this person, blah, 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 then why would you want anything to do with this individual? You're telling the universe, you're telling yourself, you're reaffirming that this person is so dark. So if you're a light person, then why would the universe want to bring towards you someone that you're saying that you can't stand and hate? So we do have to look in the mirror and figure out perhaps why this person's darkness, what this is illuminating within us, okay? What is this illuminating in us? It's maybe illuminating fears. This person illuminates something within us that causes us to question everything, right? Sorry, I had to push Indy out. So you guys trigger one another. You do. But you illuminate them, they illuminate you. And I feel if you are more in alignment with your purpose and you're more aware of this connection. But see, your person is aware of this connection, so I can't even say that. I can't even say that you're more aware of it than they are. I feel like they're really aware of it, just like you. But they're just handling it in a different way. But this is a good time for you to go within your own wounds and to do any healing that you need to do. That's what I see here. One, two, three, four. I love this because this is saying it's a forward momentum is beginning to take shape in this connection. So earlier on, it was very much about baby steps. There's like little steps that are being taken right now that are propelling this connection forward. It may not be happening as quickly as you would like it to, but there are things that are developing here. That's amazing. Tension, turbulence, arguments, and stress. Arouser. You provoke sexual arousal. Like a phantom dancing with them in a vibrational dance to enchant, tease, entice, and play with their most deepest hidden desires. Are you guys seeing this? Oh my God. Your person is so aroused by you right now. It's ridiculous, okay? They're enchanted by your light. So if you want this person to think about you, if you want them to feel your energy, continue to stay in the light because they are really picking up on that when you do. When you're in the dark, not so much. They're not aroused, okay? So this is about checking your energy. Do you want to attract something into your life or do you want to continue to deflect it? It's totally up to you. So again, if you're coming to these readings week by week and you're wanting to work on yourself, why go against what you're trying to create? See, this is the Queen of Fire. This right here, this is the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, she's full of passion, red, desire. She gets what she wants. I mean, and this is not in a controlling way. She naturally attracts like a magnet to herself what is rightfully hers, what is meant for her. Do you see what you're doing? You're tantalizing this individual with your energies. You're drawing them back into your world. Okay? So whatever tensions and stress are still lingering around, clear it up. Get rid of it. Nine, nine, nine. Mastery of self-love has been obtained in preparation for union. So this is the thing. There is some sort of a mastery that's in the process right now that is preparing the two of you to come back together. So this is like some ending stages here. You guys are towards the end of this separation, of these challenges that you've been experiencing. So why not make this transition? It's not meaning like it's going to be perfect or flawless, but why not make it smooth? So the more that you focus and work on yourself and get rid of some of this dark energy that you might still be holding on to, or maybe even it's just your person that is in turbulent times and they're in the dark, maybe lending them a little of your light, sending them that light and love, keeping them in your prayers, keeping in your meditations, connecting with their energies in a very high vibrational way. This could perhaps influence them in a positive way to face some of that darkness and to forgive themselves so that way they can return if there is an issue there. All right, so let's go ahead and get one last message and then we're going to wrap up this reading. Oh, I'm telling you, man. Whew. Someone is addicted. Somebody has a compulsion to connect with someone in the higher realms. Okay, very sexual energy here. Very passionate energy here. I mean, I can see why. This Queen of Fire is she's on fire. So maybe some of you guys are doing really well right now. You're feeling really good. You're in charge of your career. You're just feeling amazing, on top of the world right now. And so that energy alone is just causing your counterpart to just be that much more attracted to your energy. Okay. No wonder they're so connected to you. We have dimensional travel. Okay. So dimensional travel, it says you're able to open gateways to realms outside of this dimension. It can be discovered naturally or opened through the performance of rituals. Decide on your realm. So somebody here, and this is for the viewer, I feel, you have the ability to connect with your person in the astral plane through meditation, 5D energy, whatever it is, however you're getting there, you're connecting with them there. You're drawing them there, okay? You have the power to do this. And so this just confirms at the very end of this reading, baby, my cat's about ready to jump on the table. This just confirms that you have the power to do this and that you've been doing it maybe for a while and your person is like in this realm with you now, okay? They're in this realm with you now. They are feeling you. It's happening. But see, they're feeling your good and they're feeling your ugly. They're feeling your pretty and your ugly. So be careful. Oh my God. Oh man. Do you want another chance with this person? First of all, this just also confirms that this is a person that is like a higher, this is a soul connection for one. You guys have done lifetimes together, so you guys have reincarnated. But this is about reincarnating this connection again in this life, giving it another chance. Somebody feels like you guys deserve another chance. I think they think you deserve another chance. You probably feel that way, and the universe certainly feels that way, which is why the universe is pushing the two of you back into each other's lives. So somebody might even feel like if it doesn't work out in this life, there'll be another chance in the next life. I did kind of get that from your person, that they're just leaving it up to fate and destiny with whatever happens, which is why maybe they won't take any crazy measures or actions towards you to make this connection happen. So they might just be kind of relying on fate and destiny. I do kind of get that too. All right, you guys, last message. $717. Oh my God. An encounter with your twin flame or your person could be on the horizon. Yeah. So Spirit wants you guys to know that with all of this dimensional travel right now, it's almost like it is preparing the two of you to come into a physical world connection. And that's because somebody can't quit somebody. Like, I can't quit you, babe. From Led Zeppelin. That just came through at the very end. I don't know why. So anyways, you guys, I hope that you enjoy that reading. I know it was really long, maybe a little all over the place. Maybe some parts resonated with you. Maybe others didn't. No worries. I just hope that it helps somebody out there. You guys take care. Bye-bye.